Frank Castle's past is coming back to haunt him on The Punisher, but probably not in the way that you think. I am Terri Schwartz, and we are going full spoilers into the third episode of The Punisher, Kandahar. So if you haven't watched it yet, get out of here, but you probably have because you're on this review, so make sure to check out the review below. One of the things that I think is most interesting about this episode is, we're 3 episodes into this 13-episode season, and finally we're beginning to see the way all these paths are aligning. Like, why is Micro such an important character for Frank in The Punisher? He is ending up being the second lead of the show in a lot of ways, and I think we learn in this episode that it's all around Kandahar, this inciting event that happened in Frank Castle's past that involved him shooting someone who we know is being investigated in other parts of the show. And here we see how that not only has affected David's life, Micro's life, and we see flashbacks through his life, but also get to see this event through Frank's eyes as well. It seems like this conspiracy is going to be the big focal point of season 1. And honestly, as much as the show is a little bit slow at this point in getting into the meat of the action, there are all these great shootouts, but like the actual conspiracy meat of the action, I like the pacing so far. And I think that the way that it's unveiling these big reveals about Frank's life and Micro's life really works to cement their relationship together, and not only convince the characters that they need one another, but the audience as well. And I find that to be really, really effective. I'm interested to see where things are going, and I really do like the duality of Micro and Frank, as Micro is so annoying, but like in a really a way that I feel like I'm developing an affection for him despite that annoyance. And then Frank is obviously so gruff and aggressive and angry, and I like the two of them together. I also do think digging into Frank's past in this way is beneficial because I made a joke at the beginning of this video about, we keep seeing these flashbacks of him and his wife and his family, and that's underlying the significant trauma and way it's affected his mental well-being going forward. But I do think seeing this other part of his past is a lot more interesting as someone who did watch Daredevil season 2 and got to know that character there. So I'm really excited to see what comes out of it. I'm sure much more bad than good, but it's definitely a good start to the season. So that's my thoughts on this episode. Again, check out the review below and let us know your comments on The Punisher so far. We're going to be reviewing all 13 episodes of The Punisher, so stay tuned for all things Marvel Netflix. Keep it locked on IGN, and make sure to like and subscribe to IGN everywhere you like to watch.